I just got back from looking at a used travel trailer, and I wanted to make a short video of a tool that I use to help me evaluate this travel trailer. It's a pinless moisture gauge, which I think is invaluable for anyone who's looking at a used travel trailer 3 or 4 or more years old. It's invaluable in helping evaluate water intrusion and moisture in the walls or any type of water damage whatsoever. It's inexpensive, they're really easy to use, and I highly recommend anyone who's looking at a travel trailer, a used travel trailer, to buy one. You see here, this is the moisture gauge in the original packaging on the right. They're, again, really inexpensive. They're available pretty much everywhere, online or at box stores. They come with a battery. You simply plug the battery in, hit the power button, and you're off and ready to go. They really don't require any calibration or any technical expertise or knowledge whatsoever. The trailer that I evaluated was a 2002 T-2363 Sunline. I used the tool to help evaluate water damage and water intrusion throughout the trailer in the ceiling, in the walls, and in the floor. Ultimately, I did not end up purchasing this trailer. I was not able to find the source of the soft floor issues in the bathroom, and I'm going to show you the video in just a second of how I used the moisture gauge to help me evaluate this soft floor issue. One thing you'll need to know when you're using the gauge is how to interpret the actual data. The gauge reads in 0 to 100% moisture values, and it also gives you a color-coded bar graph. These are the output of the display, and you'll really need some experience to understand and apply the output to understand exactly what does wet look like and what does dry look like. This takes a little bit of experience, but as you use it a few times, it becomes very intuitive and it's very easy to use. I wanted to show you a layout of the actual trailer itself, just to help you understand where exactly we're working in this trailer. The soft floor spot was along the back wall behind the toilet itself in the bathroom. You can see it here depicted by this red line. Hopefully that gives you some background and reference to where we are and where we're working on in this trailer. As I get ready to run the video and the assessment of the soft floor issue using the moisture gauge, I just wanted to let you know this trailer had been stored outside but unused probably for 4 or 5 years prior to this evaluation and this assessment. So all the tanks are dry, and you'll see I take some video of the actual black tank here in a second. I'll show you that. But I wouldn't expect to see if there was water damage to the floor. It's very possible that residual water had evaporated, so we wouldn't necessarily expect to see high water readings. We do find some high moisture readings at some points in the video, and you'll see that. I think they're caused by staples and metal parts. The actual gauge is sensitive to metal, so whenever it sees metal inside the wall, it'll actually spike as if it's a high moisture reading. So that's something you need to know and understand when you're using the gauge.
We're checking out this soft floor, armed with a ton of information from my friends on the Sunline forum, which I very, very much appreciate. So I just thought I'd take a quick video of what I'm looking at and what I'm talking about. This is the bathroom. It's not all that huge. The toilet obviously is removed. The tank flange is off. This is the water hose, and you can see the actual black tank is dry. Well, actually, you probably can't see that from the video, but it is. It hasn't been used in quite a few years, so the tank is completely dry. The floor, let me back up a little bit. The floor around the toilet is dry, no stains, and it's solid. You can see the oriented strand board right here. It's fairly strong and stiff, and it's not wet. The moisture gauge, which is right here, doesn't go crazy. You can see it's at 9%, 10, 15, 12, 3, 17, a little bit high there, 15, but it's solid right here. So it's kind of hard to figure out what's going on. Got a lot of crap in here, so I'll move some of this stuff out of the way so I can take this video. But so up closer to the shower, we get a little bit 5, 6, 7, but no softness whatsoever. It's nice and stiff. Oops, I'm going bonkers with this phone. Sorry about this. zooming in and out, what have you. The light is really terrible in here. There's sun coming in all over the place. You can see it's a little bit high right here, and it doesn't feel very soft, but the reading could go a little bit higher. Like this area right here, but it's nice and solid. Where it's soft is back here, in this back corner. It's really hard. It's cramped in here, as you can see. Okay, I'm back. I just wanted to take a little video of, we're outside the bathroom now. Close the door there. So we're outside the bathroom, and this is probably the major spot where, right here, it's really hard to see, but that's a super soft spot on the floor. Right there, it's like 3 fingers wide. It's solid here, soft, solid here. So it's really only like, it's like this spot right here. And moisture gauge doesn't go crazy. It's a little high, 18%, 22%. It's a little soft, maybe not even really. 15, 10, 12. It's not going bonkers. It's not great, but it's not going bonkers. And to be honest with you, we get the same reading almost everywhere on the floor. 15, 12, 10. The entire floor is either partially wet or went off. Well, that's the standard reading. You can see that 14. It's pretty much the same reading. So that looks like it's, and this floor is solid everywhere else. 7, 8. So we get 22 right there, but that might be a metal seam. I guess that's what that is. Yeah, as soon as we move off to one side or the other, it drops. So, problem spot is right here. And on the other side of this wall is inside the bathroom. Let's take a look at that. Sorry for the craziness. You're getting seasick, but this is the other side of that wall. It's just a 1.5 inches, looks like, thick. Nothing in there at all. This is the soft spot. Yeah, there it is. You see it? This is the soft spot on the inside, in the outside. So it's right along there. Right along this seam. I know, I keep pointing around. What the heck? It's right along that seam. This seam right here. It's soft, soft, soft. Yep. Right along this seam. So right along this seam, and then on the other side of this wall as well. Yep, it's super soft right here. I don't know what this is. There's a floor joist right here. Yep, there's a floor joist right here, and it squares out this tank flange. Let me back up. So, there's floor joists around that square, so you can't see on the other side of it where it's actually wet and soft. There's a floor joist right here, and on the other side it's soft. So anyway, I'm gonna take another shot and see what's what, and we'll be back in a second. I just wanted to document some of the moisture readings on the walls. I know John asked me to check that out. Hopefully this comes up on the video. I'm sorry if it's such a horrible quality. It's pretty much 0 everywhere. I'm just going to zoom around here fast so you can see. The This is the interior wall. Trust me, it's 0 everywhere. 0, 0, 0. It doesn't even snag the green light at all. Not even one. Alright, not even one bar. So the walls are totally dry. The ceiling, 5%. 5. Trust me, it's 0. It's dry. Again, nothing in the ceiling. I'm sorry I'm jumping all over the place. There's 12% there. That's probably a metal stud or something, or a staple. Doesn't really do much. There's 35% right there, but then it goes right to 0. Right to 0. So there's something metal right there. It's hard to... You can see this. This is one of the ways you got to kind of learn how to use the gauge. There's something metal right there. That's not water, I don't think. Anyway, so it's not coming from the wall down. There's nothing in the wall. And in fact, this is the wet spot on the floor, and it's coming up 0. You can't see that. The glare is bad. It's 0, trust me. You can see the one green bar. I'm right over the wet spot, and it's 0. The soft spot. I don't get anything. The only place I get any moisture on the gauge, turn it off, is up front here. And it's not bad. Again, that's the soft spot right there. 0%. So I'm kind of clueless. When I reach my hand underneath here, it's kind of like soft. Yeah, it's not super hard. You can see it's just kind of like rotten, slightly rotten OSB. It's not terribly falling apart. I mean, I can't pull it out with my hand, but it's old. And Lee said it's probably just board that's coming apart. I don't know why it would be in one line like that along the... So it's kind of odd. I'm still tracking it down. Anyway, we'll be back. Okay. You probably can't see this, but I'm checking the Darko underneath. It's not going to come up on video very well because I only have one hand, but I apologize. So I just wanted to get you a sneak peek. Let me see if I can do this. Oh boy. Oh, there we go. You can't see the meter, but trust me, you can see the green bars are not going off. It's dry. Okay, I'm on the outside of this trailer now, and this section of wall, or floor I should say, that's soft, is right about here. Sorry. Oops. I'm going all over the place with this camera, sorry. Yeah, so here's our bathroom window. It's just forward of the bathroom window, so it's right about here. And it's where this section of wet floor is. And so I'm outside looking at the, I don't see anything. This is the vent for the vent in the kitchen, and this is the bathroom window. So it's right in here, this area at the floor where the leak is coming from. I don't see anything that could be causing it. The window looks like it's, the putty tape it ain't the greatest, but it doesn't look horrible. I'll check the roof in a second. Here's the shower. That doesn't look like it's bad either. I don't see any telltale signs of intrusion anywhere. There are some rusty screws. That one looks okay. But honestly, I don't see any major problems where tons and tons of water are getting into this trailer. So, and I know I tried to give you some Darko readings. They're all 0. Everywhere I looked with the moisture meter, there's no moisture up inside on top of that dark coat membrane. So the search continues. The black tank is right here, as you can see. I don't see any cracks in it. I know there were some repairs done to it a while back, but they look okay. I don't really see any problems. I don't know where this soft floor is coming from. I'm perplexed. Anyway, the search continues. Stay tuned.
In the end, the moisture gauge, I think, is a really invaluable tool to help identify any water damage or water issues that may be lurking inside of a travel trailer. It didn't identify any major water issues on this trailer in this instance, but I still think it's a really valuable tool, and anybody looking for a used travel trailer should really own one. I hope you enjoy the video. If you have any questions, please feel free to send me an email. Thanks for watching.